And everybody, before we get into this morning's update, I want to go over a quick overview of what we're experiencing to start the trading week. As you know, the markets are back online. XRP currently sits at 0.4886. We came up to the 0.494 resistance, which was right at the 200-day and the 4-hour time frame. So we came right up to where we needed to come to for a proper rejection. Now we'll see if we do break back down today as the trading day starts, as we are in this the dot cross in the 4-hour time frame within the broadening wedge, which has already been validated. So if we come back down, and the first sign that we're breaking down is we lose the 482 and then the 477, which would bring us back down to the 46-cent mark where we hit the 4th time on the broadening wedge. But now we're going to look to see if we come back down to the inverted head and shoulders neckline right at 44 cents, which is the bottom of the broadening wedge as well. So I'll show you that and more on the charts. Make sure this morning we have the chance to choose positivity over negativity. We have a chance to choose the winner's mindset over the victim. We don't play the victim in this community. What we do is we have that winner's mindset. We make winning plays when it's the most stressful of times, which means that we're paying attention to the market. And when we're looking at the charts, we're not letting our personal emotion dictate what's going to happen with price action. We pay attention to the formations on the chart, and that helps us perceive our perception of what's going to happen with the price action. We don't take a approach where our emotion dictates whether we're going to go up or down. We actually have a pure plan based on what formations are set up, and we take a proper look at the technical analysis. Make sure you hit that like button, as it will greatly help push me through the analytics. And I love each and every one of you to start this week. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. That's why I do this each and every day. And I believe no matter the size of your wallet, everybody is entitled to the information. Good morning, 10:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Monday, June 19th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So as we know, to start the end of the trading week on Friday, we talked about when it became a thinly traded weekend that if we wanted to make this run up, validate this dot cross as we confirmed it on Monday around 12 a.m., that actually happened. Now we've come back up to the 200-day. In the 4-hour time frame. We did have an overextension, and we showed how that would happen in the live if you paid attention yesterday. We talked about in the daily time frame, we had the 20-day, and if we had a couple more successive bearish daily candles, we could ignite a daily in the daily time frame a bearish cross, and that would be getting rejected up here right where it got it around the 498 all the way up to 50 cents, the psychological level, then coming back quickly, reversing below 494, and then start playing back down to the 482 if this does get rejected. The volume portfolio is trash on XRP right now on the way up, so we had massive volume on the way down. In the daily we had 72 million. On this pushback up candle we had 16 million. So I mean, you do the math for yourself, but that's like one fourth or almost 1/5 of the volume. That's not going to get it done to have a reversal. This looks like a right arm of a head and shoulders is forming. So now we have to see if today during the trading day we do in fact start rotating back down and break below that 46-cent mark. As we know, we're in the broadening wedge pattern. It's holding up beautifully, but we're looking for a breakdown or breakout, and right now we're trending more towards the breakdown area. And if we do end up breaking this down, as you can see, we've had the death cross. We're being supported on the 20-day, rejected by the 200. That's very bearish right now, because this is a confirmation if we break down of this dot cross. The way to get back above it and to try to invalidate it, first you got to get above that 508. So this would have to play out bull flaggy, get above 508, and ultimately push and break the 537 major resistance area. So that's what we're looking for. And if we start breaking down, we can go into the 30-minute time frame. We had a golden cross yesterday in the 30-minute time frame, but as you can see, if we do lose this area, this is the appropriate area where it would start to trend back downwards if it gets rejected. Now, I still caution the fact that we could hit 50 cents first, so let's pay attention to that as well. But right now we're cleanly looking at, can XRP start to fall back down now that we did hit that 494 and actually hit the 20-day around the 498 area and the daily time frame. But the 200-day firm rejection, in the 4-hour time frame. Now we're looking to see if we break back down the 482. If we break the 482, then you've got this critical support line at 477. That breaks, then you're on your way back down to the 46-cent bottom, but it looks like you would start trending down. If this gets rejected, standard operating procedure, just so we're all on the same page, let's say this gets rejected here, even here, standard operating procedure would be to come back down here because that death cross would be confirmed. You'd have a failed cup and handle and on the way back up. That's what we're looking for, some kind of firm rejection. We haven't had that firm rejection yet because we haven't had that volatile drop down. So let's see how this plays out today. Nothing more, nothing less. Hopefully that's a good interpretation for everybody to start this Friday. And then if we start breaking down, let's just pay attention. Here's the 4875 where we're at. We start breaking down what the fear here is we come back down to the 2021 uptrend on a failure of the broadening wedge and invalidation, as it turns out, of the inverted head and shoulders, both spots, the neckline and the broadening wedge is at 44 cents, as well as the inverted head and shoulders neckline is also at 44 cents. You break that neckline, the technical target comes down here to the 359 level, which also happens to be set up perfectly with the 2021 uptrend. So that is why it's very volatile and very important to get on top of things this week, because the moment it starts breaking down, it's going to be quick and swift. Bitcoin has had a bullish cross here in the 4-hour time frame. We're still getting rejected on the 4-hourly on the 200-day, so that's a rejection point. If we do get rejected here, it could bring us back down to the bottom of this pattern formation. And this has been playing in that for so long. Everybody understands what I was drawing. So now it's one of these things. If we break the 200, you can come back down to the fallen channel at 28,200 roughly. But if you get rejected here at any point today, at any point, we're coming back down to not just 25,194. We could be hunting that 24,417. If we get a volatile spike up, because this looks like a falling channel is forming, if this does get a reversal back up, you could even say a descending triangle, I suppose. Because you're in something like that. And then if we, it's more like a descending triangle that we're in right now. Actually. Yeah, I'd say Bitcoin's in a descending triangle right now. So a break up would be a very bullish reversal here, and it could bring you up substantially. But as it is, if you break out of the descending triangle to the top side, that is a reversal pattern. If it breaks up, that should get you back up to 31,000 plus, assuming you break to the top side of this. If you break down out of this descending triangle, you're in a lot of trouble here. A lot of trouble. Technical target would bring you back down to the CME gap right around 21,966, but it's actually a little lower. It's around 21,000. So you'd find yourself firmly between 20,414 and 21,966. Where we're at is the market maker's decision. But that's the pattern formation with Bitcoin. So now that we have that in front of us, a little bit easier to see. Your rejection point here this morning, if you're just going to get rejected by the top of the descending triangle, in the short term, 26,830 should be your push up. And then if you get rejected, it'll bring you right. So that's almost a 400-point move. But if you get rejected, it'll bring you back down. So you're looking at a rejection point up here at 26,800 roughly. And if you get rejected, the bottom is back down at 25K. The descending triangle, the end part, brings you all the way down to 24,470. So these patterns are lining up pretty well. Let's see if we can get a breakout here, though. If Bitcoin can get a breakout here, this is how you can start a reversal. But just pay attention in the daily time frame. We've already had the 20 cross the 50, 20 cross the 100. And now if this is a rejection point in the daily time frame, that is a very bearish signal. As once you lose the 200-day support, which is 25,194 at the 200-day, that's when you can get these huge volatile spikes down. So a crack of this descending triangle, we're going to be in some shit. Make sure you hit that like button if you got anything out of this update. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want to show appreciation or you want to support my work, video description below and or pinned comments, there's a mission statement, why it's so important for you to join Tom's Army and exactly what that means for me. If you're looking to trade crypto, XRP, or your favorite, obviously, ISO coins, there's UPHOLD, which is our last stand in the USA. They deal with the tax code, and they're Web3 enabled, and they're up to date with the US laws, yada, yada, yada. They have their papers. And then if you're able to, MEXC and or BITGET, no spot fees on the buy and sell. You can future trade up 250x long or short in the market, which I don't encourage that. But that's all in the video description below and or pinned comments. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag fight assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day, because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, it's going to be a very long road to 2025. And remember, we don't play the victim in this community. We play the winner. When you play the winner, you make winning plays and you have a more positive mindset. You are an inclusive person, and by law of attraction, we're going to attract the positivity, not the negativity.